You are throwing away over $400 every single month, and you don't even know it. That's not a guess. That's the average amount researchers found that households leak silently through subscriptions they forgot, fees they accepted, and grocery habits nobody ever taught them to question. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where that money is disappearing and the specific hacks to take it back. No fluff, no gimmicks. Let's get into it. Let me tell you about a guy named Marcus. Marcus was making decent money, nothing crazy, but enough. He had a steady job, paid his bills on time, and figured if he was doing okay. Until one Tuesday night, he sat down and actually looked at his bank statements. Not just glanced, looked. What he found shook him. $14.99 here for an app he used twice. $9.99 there for a streaming service his ex set up 2 years ago. A gym membership he kept renewing for motivation. A free trial that had been quietly billing him for 11 months. In 45 minutes, Marcus found $340 per month he was losing to nothing, to air. He wasn't broke. He wasn't irresponsible. He just hadn't been shown the system. That's why today is the system, the exact moves Marcus made, and that millions of people are quietly making right now to stop the bleed and actually build money. Whether you're trying to survive a tough month or stack serious savings, these hacks work. Every single one of them. Here's where you start. Pull up your last 2 months of bank and credit card statements right now. Don't wait until after the video. You're looking for anything recurring, anything that repeats. Circle every single one. Now, ask 3 questions. Do I use this weekly? Do I use this at all? Does a free alternative exist? Apps like Rocket Money or Trim automate this scan and will even negotiate cancellations for you. But you can do it manually in under an hour. The average person cancels 4 subscriptions from this exercise alone. At $12 average per sub, that's almost $50 a month, $576 a year, from 1 hour of work. Impulse buying is a $5,400 per year problem for the average American household, and retailers know exactly what triggers it: urgency, scarcity, one-click checkout. The countermove is brutally simple. Anything over $30 that isn't food or an emergency goes into a list, not a cart. You wait 48 hours. 80% of the time, you won't buy it. The desire disappears once the dopamine fade states. This one hack alone has been shown to save people $200 to $400 a month, depending on their shopping habits. Set a reminder, write it down, make it a rule. Groceries are where most budgets silently collapse. Not because food is expensive, because we shop without a system. Here's the system. Before you shop, spend 10 minutes building your list around what's on sale, not what you feel like eating. Use your store's app. They all have weekly deals now. Plan 5 meals. Build the list from those meals. Then shop with a full stomach. This is backed by science. Hungry shopping increases spending by up to 64%. Add cashback apps like Ibotta or Fetch after every receipt scan. People average $30 to $80 per month in passive cash back from these apps doing nothing extra. Combine this with store brand swaps on even 5 items per trip, and you're saving $80 to $150 a month on groceries alone. Most people don't know this is even allowed. Your internet bill, your insurance, your phone plan, almost every recurring bill is negotiable. They just don't advertise that. Here's the exact script. Call the retention department, not customer service, and say, I've been a customer for X years, and I'm getting a better offer from a competitor. Before I switch, I wanted to see if you could match it. You don't need an actual competing offer most of the time, just the willingness to leave. Studies show this works 70% of the time for internet and cable bills. The average reduction is $20 to $40 per bill. Do this across 3 bills. That's up to $120 a month, $1,440 a year. From 3 15-minute phone calls. The old envelope method, cash and physical envelopes, for each spending category, actually works some. The problem is nobody carries cash anymore. The digital version is just as powerful. Apps like YNAB or Good Budget let you set virtual envelopes. When the dining out envelope is empty, it's empty. No exceptions. The psychology behind this is called pain of paying. When spending feels real and finite, you spend less. Credit cards abstract the pain. Envelopes restore it. People who switch to envelope budgeting report cutting discretionary spending by 20 to 30% in the first month. Not because they're deprived, because they're finally aware. Willpower is a terrible saving strategy. Automation is the only one that actually works. Set up an automatic transfer on payday, even $25 or $50, to a separate high-yield savings account, not your regular savings, a separate account at a different bank so it's not visible and not tempting. Out of sight, out of mind is a feature, not a bug. High-yield savings accounts right now are earning 4 to 5% APY. Your standard bank savings account, 0.01%. You're leaving real money on the table if you haven't made this switch. Do it once, set it, and genuinely forget it. Your future self will find money they didn't know they were saving. If you're not using a cashback credit card for your regular spending and paying it off monthly, you are giving free money to someone else. The strategy is simple. Pick 1 or 2 cards that give maximum cash back in your highest spending categories: groceries, gas, dining. Cards like the Chase Freedom Flex give 5% on rotating categories. The Citi Double Cash gives a flat 2% on everything. Used together and paid in full monthly, people regularly pull $400 to $800 a year back just from spending they were already doing. The key word is paid in full. The second you carry a balance, the interest wipes every reward you earned. This is discipline first, reward second. The average American buys 65 items of clothing a year. Most of them are worn a handful of times and forgotten. The hack: before you buy anything new, clothes, electronics, furniture, gear, check Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and ThreadUp first. You will find 80% of what you want at minimal, 40 to 70% off, often barely used. And before you buy anything new, sell something old. Make it a rule: one in, one out. The discipline forces you to assess whether you actually need the new thing, and the sale funds the purchase. People running this system regularly generate $100 to $300 a month in passive income from items sitting in their homes right now. Electricity and water bills are silent budget killers, and most people accept them as fixed costs. They're not. Drop your thermostat 2 degrees in winter. Raise it 2 in summer. That single change reduces heating and cooling costs by up to 10%. Unplug devices not in use: TVs, gaming consoles, chargers. Phantom load accounts for 10% of the average electricity bill. That's $10 to $20 a month for feekly doing nothing. Call your utility provider and ask specifically about budget billing, off-peak rate plans, and efficiency rebate programs. These exist in most markets and are never advertised. You have to guess. Combined, these moves cut the average utility bill by $30 to $80 a month. 1 week in a month. Pick any 2 days. You spend $0, not less, zero. No restaurants, no online shopping, no convenience purchases, only what you already have. This does 2 things. First, the obvious: you save the money you'd normally spend, which averages $80 to $150 per weekend for most households. Second, and more importantly, it resets the second salary. You rediscover that most of what you buy isn't about need, it's about habit and boredom. The people who try this once almost always do it monthly, because it works and because it's weirdly freeing. Let's add this up, because numbers matter. Subscription audit, $50 a month. 48-hour rule, $200 a month. Grocery strategy, $100 a month. Bill negotiation, $120 a month. Envelope method reduction, $150 a month. Savings, automation. That's building, not saving per se. Credit card cash back, $60 a month. Buy used, sell first, $150 a month. Utility audit, $55 a month. No spend weekends, $100 a month. Conservative total, $985 a month. Nearly $12,000 a year. Not from earning more, not from a side hustle, from stopping the silent leaks. Here's what I want you to do right now, before you close this video. Pick one hack from this list, just one. The subscription audit is the easiest starting point. Do it tonight. Set a 45-minute timer, pull up your statements, and circle everything recurring. If you find even $50 you didn't expect, drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want the rest of the system, because what we covered today is just the foundation, subscribe and hit the bell. Every week, I break down exactly how regular people are building serious financial security without earning more or living worse. This channel exists for one reason: to give you the knowledge that most people never get taught. So stay here. The next video is already queued up. And if today made you think, that one is going to change how you see money entirely. Let's build. See you there.